KQBZ, the Breeze, Ben Cox in the morning. Holmes hanging out this morning. So I was saying before the break, it looks like it's even more heart trouble for Sandra Bullock. There's another woman, at least one more. According to the National Choir, there's about 11. But you know, we're not gonna base our judgment off of that. TMZ has reported that Bridget Daguerre, a Los Angeles photographer, has come forward claiming to have had an affair with Mr. James. She said she met him in 2008 when he hired her to do some styling work for a West Coast chopper photo shoot. They first engaged in some innocent flirting, but soon that led to texts and emails, which lasted for a whole year. She said she was with him 4 times until she decided to end the fling. She called Jesse a dud in bed who only cared about himself.
Ouch.
So Sandra's at least got that going for her.
Well, maybe she already knew.
There you go. Well, maybe she, apparently she probably already knew. You know, I'm thinking about this. Jesse James he's become he's the new Tiger. Well,
I don't know about that, but he's certainly going through, some scrutiny.
Definitely. I don't know. You call me crazy, but
Sandra Bullock's like the girl next door that everybody likes.
Yeah. I mean, come on, dude. She's loaded. She's taking care of his kid. I mean, like basically become mommy to his kid.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's the all-American next door girl. I really feel like, I don't know. I feel like Jesse James, he really screwed the pooch. It's kind of like, I don't know, maybe Tiger Woods needs to send him a gift basket or something. KQBZ The Breeze, that's DHT. They're a Belgian group covering rock sets. Listen to your heart. Ben Cox in the morning. It's about 10 minutes before 7 o'clock. Holmes is hanging out this morning, in from out of town. Thought I'd bring him up here, throw him on the radio. He and I actually worked together a while back and went to actually the same high school at different times. Now, you were telling me you guys actually had a dance one year.
Yeah, we had a dance. I think it was my junior year. So it would have been about 2002.
We never, dude, you're way young. We never had a dance. Never. Not one time when I was in high school. But in Michigan, it's apparently something that they do on a very frequent basis. But here's the thing. Some of the high school students are going to boycott their prom because they've been asked to sign contracts against freak dancing. Freak dancing. One of the seniors says, "We're not trying to have sex on the dance floor. We're just trying to have a good time." Various Detroit area schools have been trying to deal with this apparent problem where it's apparently a very graphic dance.
It's not that graphic.
Apparently I'm a lot older than you because I don't even know what it is. Some of the students were asked to sign contracts by school administrators. The thing is, they had only 67 students sign up for their Winterfest dance in February. Ordinary attendance is over 1,300 students. Wow. 1,300 students down to 67 because they can't freak dance. Now, I have a feeling that our school probably would have had something similar.
I don't know.
They were a little on the strict side when I was there. Of course, they did have my dancing to contend with. I look kind of like a spastic gorilla when I try and do any kind of real dancing.
You were doing the Carlton and the sprinkler and
the Running Man and the Cabbage Patch. I couldn't even do those right.
Wow.
Dude, it was shameful. It was really bad. We got more music coming up in about 4 minutes, so keep it right here on The Breeze, 102.3. KQBZ The Breeze, Ben Cox in the morning, 9 minutes before 8 o'clock. Little Lady Gaga there. She got a lot of people interested in her music, but let me tell you what, Donny Osmond is not one of them. He is not a big fan of her new Telephone video. I haven't seen this thing yet, and I don't really know that I even want to.
I couldn't care. She is nuts.
She more than you can imagine. I'd imagine. Okay, wow. Okay, we're gonna walk around that. The video's got Beyonce in it. It's been getting a lot of mixed reviews. It's got graphic violence and sexual depictions and nudity. And I mean, this thing is.
Well, maybe I will watch it,
dude. This thing is it's pretty out there. Donnie says that and back in the 80s when Tipper Gore was all up in arms about censorship and all this stuff, he was actually very vocal about not having any censorship, not labeling albums and stuff like that. He was for freedom of expression. But apparently this has kind of crossed the line. He's like, look, I'm a dad. I've got kids. And 20 years ago, you couldn't just download anything off the internet. That's basically his point. I think I've got to agree with that because, by the time my daughter starts to download music and look at videos online, it's probably going to be on a whole nother level than this. I never thought I'd actually say this, but yes, I agree with Donny Osmond. Never did I ever think I would utter such a statement. More music coming up in 4 minutes, so keep it here on The Breeze 102.3. Ben Cox in the morning. It's about 11 minutes before 9 o'clock. Hanging out here with my buddy Holmes. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So have you been watching the Jesse James, Sandra Bullock debacle?
A little bit.
What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know. To each his own. You should have done a better job of not getting caught, but...
Okay, you're in that camp?
I'm in that camp. I'm in the camp that Sandra Bullock's a little overrated, but a lot of people like her. So
okay, all right. Well, there are definitely two sides to every story. So I'll let you. You can be on that side of the story if you'd like. I'm going to be on Sandra's side because, well,
naturally,
frankly, I've kind of had a thing for Sandra for several years. The National Enquirer has claimed that there may be as many as 11 women. 11. Now, one other has definitely been revealed. TMZ said that Bridget Daguerre, an LA photographer, has come forward claiming to have had an affair with Mr. Jesse James. Said she met him in 2008 when he hired her to do some styling work for a West Coast chopper photo shoot. They got together with some innocent flirting, but then that led to texts and emails, and that lasted for a whole year. So said she'd only been with him 4 times, but she decided to end the fling. A source says that she called Jesse a dud in bed who only cared about himself. So maybe Sandra's not really losing out on a whole heck of a lot.
It doesn't sound like it.
Wow, it can't be very flattering when your mistress comes out and says you were a dud in bed.
Yeah, and she's not the only one that's come out. So
yeah, I mean, it's kind of like he's the new Tiger. Kind of.
Well,
he's working on it.
Yeah, he's on his way. I don't think he was quite up.
Quite to that level.
Yeah, he wasn't on the same status as Tiger, but
okay. Yeah, what they need to do is like get members only jackets with a club name on it. At the very least, Tiger needs to send him a gift basket.
At Brownwood Regional Medical Center,